These are Jason's mirabilis from Wellington. The aim is to get the rhinophores in focus. I've not quite made it there, but I still love this photo. And these two, you can see the eggs that they've laid. More nudibranchs, cloud nudibranch, got the rhinophores a bit better here. And these are also Wellington photos. This is Tritonia flamingus. It's about 2 millimetres long. So I love with the macro getting in to see things in much more detail than in reality I can with my naked eyes. Again, an action shot, which I love. So this is an octopus taking out a crayfish. It was all over in seconds. I was kind of watching this octopus and it was moving. I was like, oh, what's it up to? Snapping away. And it disappeared into a crack and huge crayfish and literally limbs went flying everywhere. This photo, Mahanga Bay in Wellington, won a CTEC photo competition, mussel farm, so really average stuff through the murk, but getting up close, seeing the patterns. Seals, I love them, really hard to get photos of because they move so quickly, so I have to take multiple photos to get one that I'm happy with. Kapiti Island. Cuttlefish mating in Australia. This was my first COVID overseas trip. It was conveniently down the road from a conference in Adelaide. These are two boys fighting it out over a girl who's off to the side of the picture. Again, getting up close, Ectopleura species. These are each about maybe 1.5 centimetres across. And so stunning, but then getting up closer again so you can see a little amphipod on it. So this whole thing is just over 1 centimetre in size. Seahorses, I love them. Wellington Harbour's got quite a few of them. They don't like light, aim to try and get face on and get the nose like there. Got that one sort of. This year's photo competition, Taputiranga Reserve, a large dome lens to try and get the over-under. It's got to be flat, challenging. It was really convenient for this one. This guy came and sat down just as I was getting the photo. I was like, oh, just what I need. A recent trip to Tasmania, weedy sea dragons, really awesome. Also this year's photo competition. Lots of signals and pointing with my buddy, no shouting really, but trying to get that him positioned and the seahorse positioned. And a recent trip to Rakiota, caged. It wasn't a cage here. Usually I love sharks, but I wouldn't want to see a great white without a cage. But yeah, and that is scuba diving.
And Judy's happy to take some questions.
Where are the seahorses in Wellington?
So usually around the sea line. They've been a lot less this summer. We actually wonder if they've been poached. They are used as a Viagra equivalent in Chinese medicine. But just recently I found a few more at night. So I found one the other day under Burnham Wharf in the mud. Mahanga Bay has always been the go-to, but again, not so many this summer. Shark Bay, about 5 or 6 metres. And there's also a bay down the end of Stones Island, Mati Stones Island, that has a whole lot. But in the harbour around the weed line. And ducks, usually easier to see them.
Are they super sensitive creatures, or can they handle like polluted environment?
Not sure on that one. It didn't look particularly clean around some parts of the harbour, but yeah.
Why scuba diving? Why?
I mean, for me, Wellington, we're so lucky we've got everything close. There's the challenge aspect of it as I get into the technical diving. So, laying lines to get through something, and I wonder, a lot of people I dive with have also been climbers in the past, so I think there's a personality thing there with the risk and risk minimisation. The marine biology of it, so learning about that. You've got the history of the wrecks. So I'm going to Bikini Atoll soon, where the nuclear fleet bombs were tested. It's a geek's paradise.
What haven't you found so far that you're hoping to see one day?
I want to see, I've got some trips to the Arctic next year, and I really want to see a beluga whale and a narwhal.
Wow.
That'll be more swimming with them, I think, than scuba diving. Yes.
And so, I suppose it's a two-part question. Firstly, how long have you been sort of scuba diving? And follow up to that, have you noticed with climate change a shift in the marine biology?
So I started scuba diving in 2001, not my elective, but in my first 10 years of diving, I think I did 50 dives, so I was very much a holiday diver. I think I didn't have the money at the time. Have I noticed a change? Definitely. We've commented this winter in Wellington, it's only just got cold really in the last couple of weeks, so we've noticed a difference in the temperatures. I don't know that I've been paying enough attention to notice. I think that there's other things coming into play. The Taputiranga Reserve was only set up about 2007, 2008, so I've noticed that really the improvement in the marine life with respect to a growing marine reserve. But then other areas I've seen the Kinna Barren completely take over, but I think that's overfishing of the Kinna predators rather than,
I've got a technical question about the type. You just said you use a point and shoot camera.
Yeah, so I've got, basically, some people have these massive cameras with all the setup. Apart from the fact I couldn't afford it. If you're going through tight spaces or in surge, I don't want a complicated camera, nor do I know how to use it. And I want to stay alive with my scuba diving stuff. So it's just a little Olympus TG6. So I've got housing for that. And then I haven't even got strobes, I've just got video lights attached. I've got a couple of wet lenses that I can take on and off, but I'll only take one at a time. So a little macro lens that just doubles the zoom, and a wide angle. So and everything I do is automatic. So please don't ask me anything complex about photography. I can't tell you.
Those are amazing photos.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the trip to the Kenny Atoll,
Yes.
is that organised with a group? You go?
Yeah, so it's a liveaboard boat that's normally based in Truck Lagoon in Micronesia. So I'm going with a couple of buddies, and I think it's about 16 people on the boat. And we fly to Kwajalein in the Marshall Islands, and then I think it's about 24 hours on a boat to get to Bikini.
Any last questions? Thank you very much, Judy. That was awesome.